Hello there, Rock Academy drummers again. Funny angles going on here with the camera, just trying to sort of figure out the best angle. I think this one's okay. You can see the drums, which is the most important thing. Yeah, cool. So we're going to have a look quickly at this is Uptown Funk, another technical focus piece from grade 1, Trinity, the Rock and Pop syllabus. I'm actually going to do a video as well on like the theory, so like maybe a 5-10 minute kind of video explaining some of the theory, because there are little kind of marks that come up, little notes that and rests and dots and things like that, and if I do like a video, just because they appear in all of the pieces, and yeah, it kind of gives you a little bit of an idea of what they mean and what you're supposed to do when you see that. For instance, in Uptown Funk, there is on the first bar that we come in, because there are 3 bars of music where we're not kind of, you'll see up on the screen now, that there are 3 bars of music where that's kind of blanked out. We don't come in, we come in on the 4th bar. And then we don't come in right away, we come in at the end. So we come in on beat 4 for a semi-quaver, for 2, like 4E. And then there's a quaver rest. So it's just things like that you might not know. So we'll go through some of them, and I will go through some of the like the Fs and the MFs and the Ps and things like that as well. So yeah, so we'll get straight into this one. Cool. So as I say, we've got 4 bars or 3 bars, 3 full bars, and then on the 4th bar we rest for half the bar, and then we come in on beat 4, or for most of the bar, I suppose. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, bam, 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 bam. 1, 2, 3, 40, like that. 40. So if we're going to count the whole semi-quaver, it'd be 40 and 1 and 2. So 40 and 1 and 2. That's how you kind of count. So 2 semi-quavers equal to a quaver. So 4. That's why we've got a quaver rest, because we're resting for the second part of the semi-quaver. So 40 and so 40 and 1 and 2. And then we're into the groove. So the groove, bass drum on 4 on the floor. But this is kind of a funky, you know, it's Bruno Mars, you know, so nice solid backbeat, really solid feel, 110 beats per minute. And yeah, it's sort of a nice kind of 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And it kind of does that for quite a lot of the first page. Not going to do the whole thing. Going to skip down to bar 20, okay. 3, 2, go. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. So we've got most of the bar 1 and 2 and 3, 4. And we've got one of those arrows again over beat 4, which means nice big loud accent. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. And then on bar 21, we've got 4 on the floor. Because that. Can't remember what bit is. A girl sing hallelujah, girl sing your hallelujah, boo, girl sing your hallelujah. I'm doing it quite slow, so 2, 3, 4, bum bum ba da ba da ba, ba 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 da ba da ba. But obviously it's got to be nice and smooth, so slowing it down is working for you. Then just do it slow. We've got 4 bars of that, and then we're going to carry on. We're not going to stop our bass drum, we're going to keep going, but what we're going to do is we're going to bring in our hands. Now, we're going to just bring down, because up until now we're on an F, which means nice and loud. We're going to bring it down to an MP, which is moderately quiet. It's quite quiet. Not PP, not really quiet, but quite quiet. So we're going to do 4 bars of nice loud bass drum, and then we're going to keep it going, but we're going to just ease off a little bit. So I'll do that all together, because we're going to bring our hands in at the same time. Okay, so I'm going to do the 4 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice and quiet now. Go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So nice and loud again. So this is one of the reasons this is a technical focus, because this is actually very difficult. So Again, you know, as always, don't beat yourself up if it's not going quite right at the moment. Just persevere with it. Now we've got 3 bars of a crescendo, and that's what this line is. And again, in my theory video that I'm going to add up here, we'll talk about that. But it goes from MP, quite quiet, to F. And it's got to do that gradually. So the best way to do that is bar by bar. The first bar, for instance, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then the second bar, bring your sticks. So you're kind of keeping your sticks quite low. I don't know if you can see that. It's a kind of a line because we don't want to do it too quiet. We want to be able to hear it because it is an MP. It's not PP where we've got to be like really quiet. It's just sort of quite quiet. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. So a little bit louder and even louder now. 1, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So what you need to do is practice that. You know, the dynamic is really, really important. Now, if you've just started this song and you're having sort of difficulty with getting your hands and your footwork in, don't worry about the dynamic for now. You can't attack everything at once. It's really difficult, and actually breaking things up is fine. And I do that even still when I've got like a piece of music that's really quite difficult and kind of not seen it before. You just can't, you know, do everything at once. So I mean, some people can, but I'm not one of them. And it's good to just take it easy. So yeah, so the first things first is you've got crotchet beats on your bass drum. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now your hands are playing quavers, which are 8th notes, which is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So for every bass drum, you'll be doing 2 hits with your hand, okay, with your hands. So I don't know if you can see my stick here on my floor tom here. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Don't know if you can see this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now, do count it. Really try and count. Use your mouth, use your voice, count it out loud because it really helps to solidify what's happening if you count out loud and you have like you're knowing what your foot's doing, your foot's going with the numbers, your hands are also doing the numbers, but they're also doing the ands. So yeah, and then practice that. And then the last bit of this song really that's tricky are the fills, because the fills come in halfway through the bar, and they're semi-quavered fills. So it's got this kind of black currant cappuccino fill. Black currant cappuccino, because obviously the on beat 3 we start off with a bass drum and a hi-hat. Black currant cappuccino. You try and do that with me. 1, 2, 3, go. Black currant cappuccino. 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 Just get that feel, you know, going kind of up and running, and then try and put the 2 together. 1 and 2 and black currant cappuccino. 1 and 2 and black currant cappuccino. 3 and a 40 and a 1 and 2 and 3 and a 40 and a 1 and 2. Let's do it really slowly. 1 and 2 and 3 and a 40 and a black currant cappuccino. 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 Black. So you want to kind of try and get up to that speed. It's not going to happen overnight. It will come when it comes. As I said to you all in lessons, and this is for every instrument, like speed just doesn't matter. Like it's a thing when you're playing professionally and when you're, you know, when you're at a level where you can grab something quickly and you can run with it. But like whilst you're like learning, you're still at the beginnings really. And even people that have been playing for years, if you get like a particularly complicated piece, you know, there's no way many people are going to be able to like do that just like that. You know, you need to slow everything down, and it's far better to get the feel to get it all kind of consistent and to get it right slowly than to do it fast. And then remember the house, the foundation, you know, it crumbles down if the foundation hasn't been laid properly. So to build that nice sturdy forever house, the foundation needs to absolutely be in place. So that foundation is only built by doing things like black currant cappuccino, black currant cappuccino. It's totally fine to do that, and even if it takes you a week, 2 weeks, a month, just stick with it, because it will get there, I promise. And then that is when the speed naturally kind of, the tempo will increase. Okay, cool. So that happens 1 and 2 and black currant cappuccino, 1 and 2 and black currant cappuccino. Towards the end, 1 and 2 and black currant cappuccino, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1. Nice loud as well. So the last bar is starts on the snare. Might catch you out because you might think you start with your bass drum, but this one doesn't. Snare, bass, snare, bass, snare, bass, snare, and then the hi-hat, bass, and snare. Like that. So snare, bass, snare, bass, snare, bass, snare. Nice loud. Okay, cool. So again, like with all of the others, just take your time, you know, there's absolutely no rush. And also the important thing to say with the grade pieces is that they're loads of fun to do, but by all means, if there's any other songs that you want to like drum to, or you want to have a go at, or, you know, experimentation is like the best thing to do, really, for learning. So yeah, don't feel like you have to spend all of your time on these pieces. You don't. You can like put songs on. That's certainly how I learned how to drum. I didn't start off doing grades. I just started off putting like just songs on, you know, and trying to drum to them. And that's great, you know, whatever you want to do. And there are also other drumming videos on here with like things like fills and different types of bass drum, you know, just listening to music and how you pick out bass drums, you know, and where to put them, and time signatures and things like that. So yeah, feel free to kind of experiment and just have fun, you know, just get the feel of it, have fun, and, you know, don't worry about anything. All right, thanks so much. Bye, everyone.